My friend went missing on the hunt for Siren Head. They only found her journal. I needed a place to post her story. Maybe I can stop someone else from going after it? That's why I made this account. All names have been changed and all lines about where she is or how she got there have been cut out for her family's privacy, and your safety. Many of you have heard of the strange cryptid called Siren Head. A tall, slim creature with, you guessed it, sirens for heads. At first glance, it's hard to believe that such a thing could be true. My friend, Willa, had a weird obsession with it and, having read about the sightings near our town, she was convinced that Siren Head was real. It wasn't too long until she set out to find him. She left on March 3rd. They found her journal 4 days later, abandoned. Willa didn't have many family, so her journal was brought to me. Here is her story. Entry 1 March 3rd, 12:32 p.m. I have just finished setting up camp. I have my phone, a tent, a sleeping bag, and a week's worth of food and water. I almost brought a disposable camera, but where can you find those anymore? Cutting these lines to protect her privacy. She just talks about where she is and how she got there. The town was a bit of a ghost town. They weren't very privy to outsiders, which made buying supplies pretty awkward. I had to leave my truck along the road since it couldn't get through the swampy area without getting stuck. I slogged to my campsite and set up on a dry patch by a pond, which is where I am now. The reason I am out on this adventure is to find the cryptid Siren Head. Everyone has heard of the town whose population was wiped out in an unexplained phenomenon. Their eyes bleeding and their eardrums blown out. I am fully convinced this was the work of Siren Head. I just know Siren Head is real, and I need to find it. Entry 2 March 3rd, 4:05 p.m. It was starting to get cold, so I decided to make a fire. I changed into more comfortable clothes and settled down to eat something. It's already starting to get dark. I can hear the campground's announcements from the other side of the lake. Though it's a little unnerving considering what I'm looking for. Once I'm finished eating, I'm going to retreat to my tent to get some much needed sleep. I will start my investigation first thing tomorrow morning. Entry 3 March 4th, 1:47 a.m. I was woken up by the sound of crunching outside of my tent. I didn't dare sit up or move. At best it's a wild animal, at worst, let's not think about that. I noticed the sounds of the forest had been silenced. The frogs didn't croak and the birds had stopped calling to one another. And the crunching outside continued, growing louder and louder as time went on. It sounded like someone fighting their way through the trees. Then I heard something. Talking. Like a person talking, but it was like they were talking through a phone. I could only make out bits and pieces. Outdoors, left, dead, the same message repeated over and over until the talking slowly faded away, and the crunching finally stopped. I didn't go back to sleep. I was too scared. Or was I just excited that I might have found something? I waited until the first light of day before I emerged from my tent, eager to see if my visitor had left anything in its wake. As I surveyed the camp, I found nothing but a few fallen branches and a game trail I didn't notice when I came in. Maybe it was just a deer or boar or something. Maybe a bobcat. I'm just going to eat breakfast and hike to the place where the most recent sighting was. Hopefully I can get a few pictures and find some evidence that Siren Head is real.